in, Capricorn. Long time no read. Well, you did have a read, but I haven't seen you guys in a while. Come on in, Capricorn. Capricorn, we're going to go ahead and get started with your reading. This is going to be a general reading for you. I am going to be using some of the oracles, and we're going to be using also some of the tarot. So we're going to see what's going to come out here for you. So we're going to first start with your element oracles. We're going to see what's going to come out, and this is going to be for you, Capricorn. Let's get it. This is for Capricorn. This is for Capricorn. This is for Capricorn. All right, one of the first cards that's coming out here for you, Capricorn, is Trine. Trine. You also had Sextile at the bottom of the deck, which is really, really good. This is really good energy so far. Both of these cards talks about easy flowing energies. It talks about bringing luck, ease, helpful energies into your life here with this Trine energy. But let's go ahead. Let's read it. It says it brings luck, talents, flows, indulgence, effortlessness. Okay, it talks about harmony. And it says there's no friction. It's only benefit. So this is what a Trine will bring. Now, I was usually, looking at the card that I pulled and then look at the bottom of the deck. These two are in harmony with each other. And it does say that there could be some type of opportunity that's going to come in right at the right time, because that Trine talks about bringing in luck. So I do believe that there's going to be something. It could be a person. It could be a job. It could be something like that that's going to come in, when you need it, based on these two cards here with this Trine. Now, when we get into the reading, we're going to find out what that could possibly be. But your first card so far looks really, really good. And I know right now you guys are in opposition with Jupiter, so there could be some mishaps with children, or, love may not be the best for you at this moment. But so far, so good here with the Trine. So let's keep going. This is going to be for Capricorn. Let's see. This is for Capricorn. Next card that's coming out here for you, Capricorn, is third quarter. It says forgiveness, contemplation, reflection, about reevaluation. Now, this is sitting in your position, Capricorn. So this is about forgiving someone. Okay? This could be an ex-lover. This could be a friend. This could be a family member. But I do feel like there's going to be something from the past that you have to reevaluate. And I don't know why I feel like it's mostly dealing with a love situation. It could be children too, right? Maybe, like I said before, that whole opposition to Jupiter could be causing some frictions and tensions with your children. You may have one child, the child is doing amazing. You may have other kids, they may not. Maybe it's the person that you're dating, it's their children that you are at odds with. But either way, you are being called to action here. This is what you're going to be experiencing with reevaluating your relationship with someone, okay? And here it says you may have to go in introspection for this one. It just depends on what has happened, what has occurred. That's what I'm saying. Also with this one, it says if you are wanting things to be different, let's say you want things to be different. Here it says changes are required, okay? Changes are required. So I do believe that if, let's say, you guys are a little tight on money, you may have to get a second job. For some of you, you may have to, if you're living in a 5-bedroom mansion, okay, you may have to downsize. Some of you guys may downsize. If you are worried about your health, you may have to change the way you eat. What you put in, what you ingest, you put in your mouth, which is second house, sixth house energy. And it also talks about with your money, if money has not been the best for you and you may have a problem with spending, there are certain things within you that you will be experiencing change in. So it could be in one of those categories. You need to change how you view relationships, how you approach people, that type of stuff. So that's something that I'm saying. But I definitely see that there's going to be a need for forgiveness. I'm not sure if you have gotten into it with someone or someone has hurt you or something like that. That will be something that I do see that you guys are going to be facing. Now, you guys had the sun at the bottom of the deck. Remember, I said it could be children. Okay, but it could be someone who is in a boss. You got leadership here. So this could have something to do with a manager at your job. This is someone who you look up to, that type of thing. Now this will be hard. Okay, this could be a father. This could be a hard situation to deal with because it feels like, you know, the reason why you guys may have, you know, stopped talking, or if there was some type of misunderstanding, is because of the ego. Okay, so that means that someone refused to take responsibility for what they've done, what they said, how they treated you, that type of stuff. Let's just be honest, right? I'm also seeing that some of you guys may have to forgive yourself for some things that you've done to other people, because we have to be real. Here with the third quarter moon, it says forgiveness and contemplation on your part. And the sun will be shining light into the area where you may have played a part here, okay? Because it talks about self-awareness. What do I need to do so I won't offend? What do I need to do to change, okay? And again, it doesn't have to be you, but I gotta say it, okay? I like the fact that happiness is here though, because it's saying in order for you to actually experience happiness, something needs to happen. We talked about the change. And you also need to forgive other people who have done you wrong. Like, you can't hold grudges with this energy. You can't move forward and be happy if you're still worried about what has happened in the past, or how someone has done you wrong, that type of thing. And this doesn't have to be the person is apologizing. You may have to reconcile that with yourself. Okay? So you have happiness here, you do. But just based off of what I'm saying, for a lot of you, you're going to have to go in to actually experience this, okay? Now, we're going to go ahead. We're going to keep going. We got a whole bunch to read here in your reading. Sorry, I had to make sure no one interrupted with the reading. So let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is going to be for Capricorn. Let's see what comes out here for you guys. This is for Capricorn. Now, you guys did have lunar eclipse, and then you have 12th house at the bottom of the deck. Lunar eclipse talks about changes. There it is again. You guys are going to be experiencing changes. There's just no other way about it, right? It talks about endings, certain types of relationships, like I said, jobs. We're going to get into all of that a little bit later and see what this means for you. The dissolution of, like I said before, this is, you know, certain interpersonal relationships with people, and it's a transformative energy. So, you know, you're going to be seeing changes all around you. It's going to be where you live. It's going to be the type of money that you have in your bank account. It's going to be the cars that you drive. It's going to be the people that are around you, okay? Now, this was the kicker. Because for some of you here with the 12th house, especially with that lunar eclipse, everyone knows that lunar eclipses bring people in and out of your life. And that could actually be, and I'm not trying to scare y'all, y'all may have already experienced certain deaths, right? So it would be one of those things that some of you are still coping with the death of a loved one, okay? This could also include, like I said before, relationships that are no longer around, and it's still hard to, it's like you're coping. You're trying to cope because the 12th house deals with, it is the past life energy, right? That's what this is really about. And again, look at what it says, forgiveness. So it is the subconscious mind. Some of you guys are moving in a way where it could be detrimental to you because of the things that you hold within your subconscious, okay? I mean, you may know that it's there, but subconscious, you really don't. But you're moving in a way that it could be causing issues, even just your ups and downs, like your moods, your mood swings, that type of stuff. It's just certain things that are causing some issues with you based on this 12th house. And the number one thing with the 12th house is saying that you're going to have to heal from what you've experienced. So if we look back here, the trine already said that you guys, things are going to start moving forward for you. You got all these good energies that's going to come in and be very helpful to you. Reevaluation and change is here, and part of that change is letting things go. I feel a lonely energy. You got solitude here, but you also had this whole introspection. So this is making me feel that some of you guys are feeling alone, or you don't have any, there's certain people that you can't talk to, that type of thing, what it looks like here with the 12th house, okay? There's things that you're fighting, okay, based off of what I see with that 12th house energy. Now we're going to go ahead. We're going to bring out some more cards here for you, Capricorn. We're going to see what's going to come out here for you. Let's get it. Aquarius and you have had some very deep readings. And both of you guys are ruled by Saturn. So we're about to see what's going on with you for real. Let's get this for Capricorn. This is for Capricorn. All right, one of the cards that fell out here says soul lessons. That's right, hard life, bad karma, resilience, and scars. And you see how this is sitting right on top of you, talking about forgiveness, the need to forgive and let go of certain things. And I think some of you guys may feel like, you know, you are suffering from bad karma in this lifetime. And you could very well feel that way. Like there's one thing after the other after the other. You just can't get a break. And this is what has been your feelings. All right. Remember, even if you go about your day, you're feeling happy and you're just like, you know, you're talking to your coworkers and you're talking to your family. You on a weekend, you'll be with your friends and, you know, everyone is like, oh my God, Capricorn is so amazing and they're so good. You know, they seem like they're so level-headed. A lot of people don't know that you guys have been suffering silently. They don't. And, you know, I don't want to say lessons as if you deserved it, but I believe that you guys have learned a lot through these hardships that you've experienced, without a doubt. And I like the fact that it talks about you being very resilient. But is that why this card is coming out? No, it's addressing or acknowledging your pain. So the spirit world here is acknowledging your pain, everything that you've experienced. But this is landing on the trine. Now, we went back and we said what that trine meant. It says harmony, no frictions and benefits regarding your life. So all of those challenges and all of these hardships here, this bad karma, you feeling like you had a bad life, this is sitting right on that. It says, okay, now things are about to start easing up for you. Not only did you have the trine, but you had a sextile. Now things are about to start alleviating for you, especially these hardships that you've been experiencing. And I love that. There is a breakthrough coming. How much you want to bet? Okay. These are like, you know, it does that. Like, it's like a lucky break. We saw that with that trine, but it does feel like a lucky break for you. Okay. And I know that may not be something that you guys even remotely feel, because it's just you're used to hardship. You're used to, you know, the sadness and the disappointments and the bad fortune that you've been experiencing. But I promise you, you're about to experience some major internal and external changes. I promise you. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's see what else comes out here for you, Capricorn. Let's see. This is for Capricorn. Oof, oof. Oh my God. I told you I thought it was love. And this isn't. I need you guys to listen to me, because you guys know I don't just do, right? I don't just do the love stuff here. But I knew that has something to do. Now, this is any kind of love, but yes, we do know that it could be romantic. But this could be anybody. Listen to what this says. It literally says, love yourself enough to know that you deserve more than what you deserve more than bare minimum or what you've been accepting. Now, for some of you, if it's outside, if it has nothing to do with romantic, you're like, well, obviously this is my family members. Like, I don't know what that means. I'm accepting bare minimum. I don't know what it means. But sometimes it's just you take it up for yourself. It's sometimes you saying, you know what, I know that this is going to cause a little bit of a tussle, but I got to do it for me. You get what I'm saying? Now, then, yes, and then it goes with the whole soulmate vibe. It goes with that whole, you know, it goes with that love. And look at what it says, unhealthy. You've been in relationships that have been horrible. And it goes right back. I already told you. I said, I already know what this card means. But we're going to say it's for everything, right? Because that's what it's true. But there are changes that are required on your part. If you want to be in a relationship that is healthy, you also can't accept the unhealthy love. You can't make excuses for it. You cannot. And a lot of you guys, that's what you've been doing. And part of that whole, like I've said before, I see this loneliness, but it could be also you need some solitude. You need some time to think. Reevaluation, reflection, introspection. Why am I in this situation with this person? Not a victim blaming, not that you did something wrong, but why are you here? Karmic connections and harmful behaviors. Now that goes way beyond an attitude. This is like someone that you know for a fact that doesn't need to be in your house, that doesn't need to be driving your car. You shouldn't be lending them money. And see, this is going to cause a regression on you. But let me tell you, I feel like that has already occurred. Can I just tell you? I'm not saying that the person is forever gone. I feel like that person's energy is inside of you and sitting on top of you because you had the 12th house. We already know something was over. You are being haunted by something that did not work. You are being haunted by the fact that the person that you gave all your energy and all your love to didn't love you back. Now, I'm not saying that that's the only hardship that Capricorn has had. No, we haven't gotten to part of that. None of this yet, right? We read the first 3. Now we're unfolding. But right here, I'm telling you that a lot of you are suffering from low self-esteem because of what someone has said or done or didn't do for you, which is the reason why the card said you do not have to accept bare minimum. That is majority always romantic love. And if you remember back 2 years ago, I kept saying, Capricorn, man, why are you guys got this? And I've actually posted on my community. I was making fun of y'all. I'm like, man, y'all got this weird attachment style. And sure enough, that's exactly what was happening. And that part that I was reading for Capricorn, you see how now it's over? But you have to let go of the feeling. You have to let go of what you think that you've enabled. It's like you did your part, but you do have to walk away from that. I'm talking about mentally, spiritually, and physically. The past is a past. Stop obsessing over it or what could have happened or what you could have done in order to change it. You got to let that go. And that also goes with family members too. Like I said before, it's not just about romantic love, but I do feel like this is something that you guys have been experiencing. Let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is for Capricorn. Thank you. Oof. That's at the bottom of the deck. When I tell you this is, did you hear me when I said that there was a breakthrough coming? Did you hear me when I said that? I said, oh no, I can feel it. It's right here. I can feel it. Now you had Gold Rush. Now that's in harmony with what? That trine. Remember, the first card is going to always tell us the business. People get a little bored, okay, in the first two sets of cards because they're kind of like, okay, let's see how this is going to happen. Those are the most important cards to come out because it's telling you what you're about to see. You had 2 good cards, trine and sextile, and they both talked about opportunities that are going to come in here for you. And then here it goes with this Gold Rush card. Grab the chance when a rare money-making opportunity presents itself. Big opportunities. Here it is again. There's that word again, lucky chance. Now, I would like to look at this card as not necessarily only dealing with money. It could be anything that you need a break in. Because remember, I said there's a breakthrough. Something has to happen. Why? That's going to benefit you. Why? Because the trine came out. So this is not a stuck thing, right? Trines are never stuck. It's not a square. It's not an opposition. It's like, okay, no. Things are about to flow your way. All right. So whatever this means for you, this is what, and this is hitting the eclipse. And what did that eclipse card say? Dramatic changes, a shift. And this is what's sitting on top. They said it 3 times that this is what you're about to experience. And then the fact that you had the rainbow. Look at this. all is well. The storm has passed. When I tell you, you and Aquarius is interesting because you guys kind of had the same vibe of like suffering in silence, trying to be reasonable, trying to be rational, trying to be realistic, not, this is what you've been doing. It's almost like you've been overcompensating for the lack of other people's, misbehaviors. You've been trying to overcompensate for, the very fact that you weren't getting something, but you kept saying it was okay when it wasn't okay. This is what you've been experiencing. So here, when it says all is well, that's literally what I've been saying since I started this video. And you needed to hear that because a lot of y'all have experienced storms where you are defeated. We talked about the self-esteem, right? You are completely defeated based off of what you've experienced. Here it says, this path has cleared. Listen to what it says. It says, this path has cleared to what? To rebuild your life. Now, what is coming in here for you? Good news, clearing path, and second chances. Now, you may think second chance. Well, we did talk about, that there could be forgiveness and reevaluation. That could be true. But this is way bigger than that. Second chances are second chances at life, especially if you have lost so much. Okay? There's very seldom one thing that people are experiencing that makes their world turn upside down. It's always like it's like, oh my God, I lost my job. Oh my God, I'm about to lose my house. Oh my God, it's always something. I mean, it just, their whole life just gets turned upside down, right? So when Spirit is saying second chances, it's not saying second chance at love. That could be true, but that's just so minute. Because how are you going to experience love if you don't have the happiness first? And we saw that with the sun. So there's going to be a second chance in life brought on about something that's destined. Anytime an eclipse comes out and we are clarifying it, it is a destined change. This is why it says dramatic shift. Okay? There is a breakthrough. And like I said before, this is an internal and external. Okay. Oh, this fell out by accident. I don't really know who this is. You could have some, I think I said that earlier. Didn't I say something about that when I saw the 12th house, that there could have been someone who may have died? I mean, I'm not a medium, so I don't know, but I do know cues. Okay, when they're trying to tell me stuff. So I do believe that there could be someone that that could be helping you in the spirit realm. Speaking of which, 12th house, spirit realm. So yes, I really do believe that. I definitely believe that. You had both of those cards that basically signified that. So that's one thing I do believe. Let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is going to be for Capricorn. Let's see what comes out here. This is for Capricorn. This is for Capricorn. We're going to get to the money portion in a second. I just need to pull a few cards and see what's coming out. All right, you have some decisions to make. You have the two of Swords here. Ah, that's interesting. Not only do you have the Two of Swords, you have the Two of Pentacles. Procrastination and worrying what others will think is blocking you from making a decision. If you're torn between your own desire and someone else's, follow your inner guidance. Somebody is requesting you to do something in this reading. See, there will be no reason why this will come out on top of you. And it goes right back to what I was saying, literally, when I was like, oh, what did I say? Overcompensating, and also almost like a sacrifice. So this is in harmony with what I just said. And it's like, oh, that's because you're going to be at that point again. You're going to be at that road where you're going to have to make a decision. And is it going to be healthy for you? Which is the reason why it says unhealthiness. Love yourself enough to know. Now they're telling you because you're about to make a decision. And I'm talking about anytime you have decision, like anytime it's like a two of swords, like most people feel like it's something small. Anything that's a decision can literally change the trajectory of your life. If you've ever noticed, I don't know if you guys ever saw that Netflix show. I forgot what it's called. It was something doll. I think it was something, my sister loved that show. It was something doll. Okay. And, you know, she would wake up and kept on repeating the same day. And it was minor things that changed. But the point that they were trying to make, they were telling you something metaphysically. They know that that's how it works. Your decision actually changes the way that your future is going to go about. So this is why this is important. Now, they told you to go within, not listening to anybody else, because 10 years down the line, we can't have you complaining about why your life is the way that it is because you listen to someone else and you believe their words over your own. Okay, now that is why that is important. Okay, now I don't know what's up with this Two of Pentacles, which to me is the same energy. But Capricorn, you're a Capricorn, and it makes sense the reason why you guys have a lot of shit on your shoulders right now. And if it's not, it can increase a little bit because that's kind of happening for almost all earth signs. I don't know why, but I'm seeing that for Virgos and Tauruses, definitely with Virgos. Virgo is everywhere for them. But I do see that the same energy is kind of coming out here for you, where it's a lot of like, you know, I got to get this done. But it's also saying that you have to keep balance between your personal life and your work life too. Like if you're wanting love to come in your life, Capricorns have a tendency to be obsessive with their work. And, you know, you can neglect your partner. Okay, so everything in your life has to have balance. Just remember that. Now, some of you guys are going to have 2 jobs and 3 jobs. Some of you guys are going to be, you know, having a 9 to 5, a side hustle. You're going to be going to school. You're going to be, you know, coaching kids on the weekend. You're going to be doing all of that. And your person is like, hey, Capricorn, hello. Okay, like I want to go out. You know, can we go out? You know, can we go on vacation? You know, and there's always going to be something like, oh no, I'm busy. So just be careful about that, because I do notice that for some Capricorns that may tend to be an issue. Let's go ahead. Let's see what else is coming out here for Capricorn. This is for Capricorn. Oh yeah, speaking of balance, look at that. You have a decision to make, and this is so crazy. It literally reassures you of something. It says fair decisions will be made. Now, I promise you, that very seldom ever comes out. Okay? That could be a decision in court. It could be a decision with family. It could be something like that. That very seldomly ever happens. I just gave you a whole speech about the 2 of Swords, and this came out. Fair decisions will be made after all the evidence is reviewed and impartially. So meaning like there's no partiality here. That is amazing. In the meantime, if this does have something to do with court and stuff like that, okay, it still says have compassion for others and try to see both sides. It just depends on what it is, right? If it deals with kids, that type of thing, yes, I will say have compassion, because justice does talk about the court system, but it could be other stuff, right? But you know, when you take care of family, when you take care of your children, family court, that type of stuff. Family court doesn't necessarily have to do with kids, but it can deal with family as well. But it's kind of like, you know, try not to be so harsh, even though the father of your children were not necessarily nice to you, even though the mother of your children was not necessarily nice, even though you may have a sister who is just in the absolute a-hole, right? Like they may be not necessarily on this planet the way that you would want them to be. They're not present the way you want them to be. So it's still saying, keep your compassion in your heart, even though you may have to just take care of business. The Justice card is business, regardless of how much you love them. So I do see that there's, you know, some of you guys are going to have to decide if you want to press charges, if you want to take someone to court, if you want to sign over divorce papers. It's going to be something kind of serious. Some of you guys are going to make a decision if you want to buy a house, because that's a contract. That's part of the 7th house energy. But it's contractual. That's why I said I knew for a fact it was going to be major. Okay, that's what it's telling you. Now at the bottom of the deck, here you guys had trustworthy, dedicated, protective, and funny. It's important to make a detailed plan before starting any new endeavor. Once you have that plan in place, then you can take immediate action and get as much accomplished as possible. Seahorse, this is a Prince of Autumn. Now, I believe this is a Knight of Pentacle, because we got like a whole bunch of like extras in here. You got some money coming up in here. You like even just the coins falling. Okay, you got some money that looks like it's going to be coming into your life here, Capricorn, based off of what I see. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be pulling a card. And I was going to say pull it for you for today, but I mean, technically today and tomorrow. As it's kind of like today is over with for most people. But let's pull 2 cards here for Capricorn. What do you guys need to know the most? Capricorn, please. 2 cards today and tomorrow. And however these cards fall is how they fall. Whether if it's upright or reversed. Okay, that fell on the floor. Let me grab it. Ooh, that fell in the upright though. Hello, hold on. I love that so much. There's a completion here. There is, listen, and this is just what I want to say. Like, that's elementary tarot, right? We got to dive deeper into what this is basically saying. Remember, we already talked about all the shit that you've experienced is so much deeper. So when I say that there's something closing, it means that is over, which is what you saw with the lunar eclipse. Cycles, endings and beginnings. And so the World card says successfully complete. That's going to be over and done. So you guys have experienced financial hardship. You have experienced, worry in your relationships. You experienced marriage hardships, adversity with family, adversity at work. Well, listen, we could go on and on. This is what you've experienced, and now this is your recovery. You are successfully closing something out. Okay? And it's just saying in general, something that you're going to experience, things that you're about to experience, you're going to successfully overcome. So today, how can I put that in today's format? You're getting off work, you got home, praise God. Okay, you close out your day perfectly or good enough for you to get home so you can lay back and chill out and relax, right? Put your feet up, put your feet in some water. Try to do something to relax, and that's a successful day. Let's go ahead, let's keep going. One more. This came out in reverse. Here you guys have the Page of Wands in reverse. It says, ooh, now today or tomorrow, the same thing, right? You are in lack. You are in lack. You are feeling impatient about things. You are believing that your life won't get better or that things won't get better because you're going to get irritated by something, I'm pretty sure, especially with this Page of Wands in the reverse, right? Something that's going to irritate you, distract you, get you off your square, right? You're going to be dealing with somebody at your job that's not reliable. You're going to be dealing with your children that ain't do what you told them to do. You're going to be dealing with somebody who's going to piss you off, right? All right. Don't rush to judgment. Take your time, okay? Stay focused. You could, like I said before, I do feel like it's somebody in your energy, and I hate to say this, but it's somebody in your energy with aggressive behavior. The aggressive energy, and I don't know who that could be. And it feels like it kind of surprised you or it came out of the blue. Like, I don't know if it has happened yet, but that's what it feels like. But I do feel like this restlessness within you. I don't know if you feel like you're expecting something. You're thinking someone is going to say something. You're thinking that the person at your job is going to try to derail you in some type of way. But I need you guys to calm down. And I know it's easier said than done, but there's a little too much tension in this reading for me. And if you can get in a tub, get in a tub. Even if it's just hot water, just get in the tub, Do something like that. because I do feel like as far as your mind, it's just speeding at 100 miles per hour. So I'm just saying for you, just to kind of calm down and relax, okay? Capricorn, I love you. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. And again, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you're interested in a personal reading, all the information is down below. And I'll see you guys back here again later. Bye, guys.